Hello everyone and welcome to a Kha'zix the Void Reaver commentary. This time I'm going mid lane. I don't know if you guys remember, but I did say in one of my previous Kha'zix commentaries, I think it was the second one, that I'm not too fond of mid lane Kha'zix. I think I told you that then, but ever since then, I've kind of learned how to play mid Kha'zix a little more. One of the things is that mid Kha'zix plays a lot differently than top does. Because at top lane, if you jump on somebody and then try to trade on them, unless you're super far ahead, you're going to get just wrecked by a lot of melee champions. So, usually with top lane Kha'zix, you want to focus on just farming passively until you hit 6, and then poking them until they get low, and then trying to take them out. So, in this game, I kind of learned that there's a different mechanic to playing mid Kha'zix. Notably, the fact that you can just jump on a lot of mid laners, and there's not a whole lot they can do to retaliate against you, because if they try to trade it on a Kha'zix in melee range, they're gonna lose, because Kha'zix can just completely destroy face when he's up close against somebody who's ranged, as you've seen in some of my other ones. But the only difference is that previously, if you farmed, if you went against Kha'zix in the, in top lane, where you'd have to wait until like you were level 9 or something as Kha'zix to go in on them, like that. With this, with mid Kha'zix, you can go like that at every stage of the game, pretty much. What I should have done there is I should have used my passive and Q to kind of trade in a little bit on that Lissandra, because she had just used her Q, but I wasn't really thinking about that. I don't know why I didn't. The Lissandra keeps auto attacking me too, which is really annoying. I have to burn one of my potions because I don't want her to keep poking me down. I'm also waiting until I get my jump to go and trade on her. Another thing is that something else I learned about Kha'zix mid is that if you jump on someone and you use your W and then Q, don't underestimate the heal on your W, because that's going to make it so you can more easily survive against a lot of burst. That was one of the reasons why Olaf was such a was countered so hard by Kha'zix, is because every time Kha'zix jumped in on him, he would use his W and then heal for as much true damage as Olaf dealt. Another thing is that here comes what's his name? Here comes Xin. She uses her W because she's afraid that we're gonna jump in on her again. But we're not that dumb. We know that we gotta flash out, so there's not a whole lot else we need to do. I'm trying to heal off of the creeps. Burning a little mana is inconsequential since I have mana potions. And the Lissandra at this point is just focused on farming. Once I hit 4, I can really start to take advantage of my trades a little more. Unfortunately, the other creeps go in on those. The other creeps go in on that lone creep, so I couldn't really get the isolation bonus there. Also, what I should be doing is ducking out into the fog of war until I can use my passive again. I don't know why I'm not doing that, but anyway, I'm still winning these trades in on Lissandra. There's not a whole lot she can do if I jump on her. I don't want to miss that siege minion. I want to wait until I wanted to wait until that one was down until I reactivated my passive. And I'm going to go ahead and try to jump in on that Lissandra after I last hit like 1 or 2 more minions, so that I don't get pelted to death by minions. So hitting the isolated creep, going in, trading, getting the isolation bonus, get some free damage onto Lissandra, and not a whole lot that she could do to counteract that. If you recall in my few other commentaries, with Kha'zix, I went top primarily. If I had done that against like Renekton or something, I probably would have died the moment I did that. But against Lissandra or someone like that, who relies a lot on spells and everything and landing skill shots, and all that, it's really, really hard for them to survive trades on with Kha'zix, or match them even. One thing I'm doing now is now that I have a lot of farm. Well, I have a decent amount of farm. I'm still behind Zyra in that, but I'm going back to get tier and some boots and another potion. So now I can just pretty much spam my abilities as much as I want. So I'm just going to try to last hit as much as I can without losing creeps to the turret, which I just did because I'm a scrub. But anyway, I'm just kind of farming. I'm level 6 now though, so I can go ahead and get my void spikes and push down minion waves faster. I missed one creep there, not the end of the world. I have my ultimate now though, so if something bad happens, or if I go in and trade on someone and they're about to die, I can pop my ultimate and pretty easily kill them after that. I did want to trade in on this Lysandra. Unfortunately, here comes Diana. I should have waited to use my ulti until Lysandra had burned hers, because now she has hers still, and I don't have mine. If I hadn't burned my ulti, I probably would have lived. Looking back on it now, so really there was no real reason to use it that quickly. I'd go ahead and get that siege minion because it's super valuable, and I missed that one creep and take a tower shot because I'm really low elo. Actually, I don't do ranked because first off, I don't really like the system as it's set up now, so I don't really want to give it a try. The other thing is that I feel like some of the horror stories that I've heard from hearsay and everything have been enough to kind of steer me the other direction from ranked, at least. And plus, I want to play ranked when I'm at my best. And right now, you're going to see that in a lot of my commentaries that I'm not really, I mean, I don't really care if I'm the best ever or anything. But what I do care about is I want to play a game where I can actually like get into a match and then know that I'm not going to make that many mistakes. Also, I should have used my W on the creeps because it would have given me more farm. But now I'm just going to do that and tank some of the minions. I don't care if she hits me with her Q, because getting the CS I get from it will be well worth it. I go ahead and do that, and I don't know what her deal is, but her damage is starting to get larger. I'm trying to figure out, honestly, how much damage Lysandra does at what point of the game, because it seems to me like she's more of a late game oriented burst caster. But I mean, honestly, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but that's just from experience. That's what I've seen from her. And eating some free poke shouldn't do that, but I do that because I'm a boss. And I wanted to trade in on that Lysandra. I also didn't want to jump in though immediately because I didn't know where Diana was. That's one of the things I got to work on, is understanding where the jungler is in mid lane and factoring that into whether I want to trade in on someone as Kha'zix. Because if you try to trade in on somebody as Kha'zix and you jump on them and do that, and then the jungler shows up, if you don't have your ultimate, or if you have already burnt your ultimate or something, you're kind of boned, honestly. Because no matter what jungler it is, you're probably gonna die if you don't have don't have the refresh on your leap. And even if you do, if you can't get the kill on them and refresh your leap, you're probably dead. So I'm gonna go ahead and get a longsword and a Doran's blade for the sustain, health, and damage. I know that honestly, there wasn't like any warranty to getting Doran's because it doesn't build into anything. But I do like having the little bit of extra sustain, regardless of how little it actually is. So I go ahead and just take down that minion wave pretty easily. Lyssandra's kind of MIA, so I'm just pushing the wave until something can come out of it. I know that I probably can't... Oh, sorry about that. Accidentally paused. I can't go in on this... I can't go in on this Lysandra right away. Fortunately for me, my isolated damage as on my Q ends up doing a lot of work. So Xin Zhao goes ahead and gets that kill. I don't know how the hell she managed to dodge that. Lysandra must be from the Matrix, because she dodged that like they were just kind of puny bullets. I do want to go like that and trade it on her. I do barely win the trade just because my damage at this point is a little higher than hers. Unfortunately for me, she's going to burn her ultimate, and then it's going to soon after this, and then I'm going to have to kind of back off. I mean, she kind of played her cards right based on how far behind in lane sort of now she is. Yeah, I don't know how to speak English apparently, because that wasn't really a sentence. But honestly, I feel like she would have been better off using her ultimate in another in a different case, other than this one. And you know, whatever. I mean, I guess she accidentally uses E, and then she uses her ulti for some reason. So I end up winning that trade even with her ulti being used there, because I just have more damage. I mean, there's not a whole lot she can do against me, and I know now that her ulti's down, and I also know that Diana's there, so the moment she shows up, I just kind of back off a little bit, and, well, she ends up overextending a little bit, so I go ahead and ignite her, even despite her flash. I used my ignite and my ulti, but she ends up using flash, so it ends up being, like, completely worth it. She ends up dying because not a whole lot she can do about Xin Zhao's damage at this point, because she's pretty far behind the Diana. I now have my wings, so this is gonna, as usual, set up a lot of ganking opportunities and a lot of different tricks I can pull off with him. So I'm gonna push this down, and I want this blue. Unfortunately, he smites it because he knows that that Ashe is coming around. I end up being in that bush just so Ashe was a little more scared than usual, because I knew she had a ward there. Actually, no, she didn't have a ward there. What am I thinking? I have my Brutalizer now, so that paired with the fact that I have wings is going to just wreck face. I know Lyssandra's in that bush. She's gonna die because I have my passive. I know that they could probably go in on me like this. But one other thing is that I know that if Diana had... Actually, I had a feeling that if Diana hadn't flashed there, I would have been able to kill her too, just because I'm super strong now. Like, I only have 2 kills, but now, because of the fact that I'm mid Kha'zix and because I'm not afraid to jump in on things, I do a lot of damage, and I just also heal a lot, so really not a whole lot they can do there. I know they probably have a ward at Dragon, so I decide that roaming is probably not in my best interest, because they could probably turn it on me. Just because I am Kha'zix, and I am a squishy little bug, and I don't like getting squashed. So, my passive's refreshed, tier is getting stacked up, have my Brutalizer, boots, and some magic resist. Life is good. And I have blue buff. So, I'm going to go ahead and try to roam as much as I can. My team is pretty decently far ahead, while actually no, they're completely destroying the other team and wiping their asses with them. So we're gonna continue just to clean a house. I'm being Kha'zix, as I told you guys before. Kha'zix is like my favorite freaking character in this entire game. If you ask some of my friends, there's really not a whole lot that they can do there. And for some reason, I don't know why, but regardless, I go ahead and use my W. I thought that was going to kill her, but I guess she's a little faster than I gave her credit for. For some reason, the Lysandra is AFK. I end up cleaning her up because of it. She ends up flashing just so that what's it called? Just so she ends up flashing just so she's not caught by he's not caught by the bind, but that doesn't end up saving her at all. So also I'm just destroying face because I'm super fed. Well, at least especially now. I mean, like, if they couldn't fight me before, then imagine their disbelief now. I'm gonna do something really stupid here. See, I know that he's gonna die to Poppy. However, what I should have done is I should have jumped away, but I did not anticipate that his Q was gonna do that much damage. I knew that he was gonna use his ulti on me, but I didn't know that his Q plus Ignite was gonna kill me, so that was just kind of a misplay on my part. However, what I should have anticipated was the fact that it was going to do that much damage, just because I had virtually no armor. I did have a little bit of health, but that was really nothing that was going to save me. I shouldn't have expected any miracles there. I should have just backed off, gotten my stuff, and then, you know, not given Darius a shutdown. It doesn't matter, though. I mean, we're really far ahead this game. I go ahead and jump after this Ashe, and the turret shot plus my W ends up killing her pretty effortlessly. So, yeah, I mean, it's pretty much Lissandra like rage quit or something. I don't know what the fuck her deal is. I guess she kind of like didn't anticipate the fact that Kha'zix mid was going to destroy her, even though it's kind of really dumb to play against. I've only really fought against Kha'zix tops, and even they are kind of a handful to fight. But for some reason, people are like either do really badly with Kha'zix or just don't play him at all. But if you guys like mids or tops that carry pretty easily, and you're actually really good with the character, I would strongly recommend using Kha'zix in ranked or something like that. So that's my Kha'zix commentary. Post-nerf, he's still really solid. In fact, this has just motivated people to play him mid more often, and he just destroys basically all mids possible. So much so that even I'm banning him, and I play him like almost all the time. So, without further ado, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you want to do, and I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.